parents whose children suffered with serious mental illnesses, and NAMI have maintained that focus to this very day. And we do have a couple of donations coming in right now. $5 from Earthbound Deserves Better. It said, really appreciate you guys and all the attention you bring to a wonderful cause. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for that donation. Earthbound Deserves Better. We appreciate it. We have another $5 donation from Suiko Boj. I'm sorry in my pronunciation on that. But he says, I wanted to donate during the game that started it all. Thank you so much for that generous donation. We have a $100 donation from Temikun. It says, so glad to help the gaming community, especially with your choice of charity. Good luck, and I hope you reach your goals. Have fun, Met King. Thank you so much for that very generous donation. We are currently getting set up for Final Fantasy IV Interlude with Essentia. So stay tuned, and let me remind you guys that we are sponsored by Twitch this year. So big shout out to Twitch for helping out with that. Thank you so much. Quick reminder before this run does begin that there is a bid war going on for the music choice for this game. You can either choose the original or remixed. Currently original is ahead with $60, but there's definitely a little bit of time to squeeze that one out if the remix is what you're interested in. So make sure to get those donations in. without further ado, we're going to kick it over to our runner with Final Fantasy IV Interlude.
Hello. I think we're ready to roll. Uh-oh.
We're ready.
No! No, Twitter account, why? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well, geez, who picked these social media people anyway?
I'm sorry for myself. Oh. I like that your game is a broken JPEG.
For PSP.
Oh yeah, PSP, broken JPEG. It's the same thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, there's an easy enough fix for it, but I can't entirely disagree with the choice though.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
No,
They fixed it.
it was more appropriate before.
Just a heads up to you, Essentia. Remix actually did get sniped there at the very end. So,
Oh, remix, huh?
So we're gonna have remixed music.
Yes, we
All
are.
right.
Thank you so much for those
That
last minute
remix.
donations.
So all your practice on the remix music is going to pay off then.
I know. I was just saying I haven't practiced with the original music. It's gonna throw me off. Just like I haven't practiced with component. I've practiced with composite. So these
Oh,
graphics
geez.
are gonna be too good for me.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Start. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is Final Fantasy IV, the before-after years. This takes place 2 years after the end of Final Fantasy IV.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, this comes on a disc for the PSP called the Final Fantasy IV Complete Collection, which has Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy IV The After Years, and if that isn't enough Final Fantasy IV for you, then there's this original content, Final Fantasy IV Interlude, which, like Essentia just said, is kind of meant to be a tie-in between Final Fantasy IV and The After Years.
Now, I actually haven't played the After Years, so
Wait,
this whole story doesn't make sense to me. So if it doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me either. So don't worry about it.
Oh well, it's basically they're just off on vacation, as far as I know. You know, they're just gonna go right. You know, they're going on a cruise, but over in Final Fantasy Land. Cruise involves airships, not like sea ships. You know.
The fastest airships you will ever
Yes.
see.
Wow, gotta hustle. He's late for that vacation. He's just gotta go. So actually, what is the story? What are you doing? Right
So we start out, Castle Damcian has been rebuilt, and Edward is now the king, and so he's having a party, and here we go! So, we're so excited to get there! We're on our super fast airship.
Man, they should add motion blur.
So now we meet Rydia. She's gonna leave the land, well, in this is called the Fey March. The land of summoned monsters. She's going to the party too. Except she never actually makes it there, unfortunately.
It's fine.
So now back to our airship. We're still traveling
Yeah.
for some reason.
Going on a cruise.
And now we've got a good line here. I'll let you read it.
Oh.
Sid never fails to amaze. He's already managed to catch up with us.
Who would have guessed?
I know. How did he catch up to us? We were going full speed.
I like that you sped up a little bit when he caught up to you. You're like, well, we better actually put this in second gear.
So now here we are at Damcian Castle.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's all pretty. They've even got flowers.
And guess what? Edward's second girlfriend dies.
Spoilers! Come on!
So we've got a bunch of friends here, Palm and Porum, doing their usual things, whacking each other, like siblings do.
Pull him up, pull him up.
So then Cecil asks Edward, so what did you do with your crystal? It's like, oh, we hid it where no one will ever find it. No one will ever think that it will be here. Behind the throne.
Yeah, because that worked so well for the Dwarf King last time around.
Even a disembodied hand felt like that. You know, it's just, yeah.
We just need to hope that Edward doesn't have dolls.
He's got a whole collection. Just the one room, okay? It's a guest room, one bed there, surrounded by dolls just staring at it. No, seriously, I slept in one of those. It was so scary, okay?
I
You
can
don't
imagine Edward having a room like that. So then the crystal went ding for some reason. We don't know why.
As crystals are wont to do.
I know. Now they're like, something's happening on Mount Hobbs? Is that what it is? I can't even remember the name
Mount
of the
J.
mountain.
Hobbs.
Yeah, Mount J. Hobbs. The monks are being attacked, and so Yang is worried, and we say, Cecil and Rosa say,
Yes.
okay, we're going to go.
Because as
check
all
it out.
high quality video games, this game reuses a lot of maps from Final Fantasy IV.
There are a couple unique ones that
Yeah.
are not in Final Fantasy IV.
It's a little bit slower to get to the fighting than FF4, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have to walk. Our airship is too fast to take us there. Okay, then just for safety, I'm going to do a safety save. So now we're actually going to get into some battles. Hopefully not too many, though. So now this map is new. Mount Hobbs looks different from the way it did in FF4.
Why does it look different?
They explain that. It's because now there's only one moon, and so it changed the topography.
Yeah. So
They actually say that in the game. The topography is different because now there's only one moon.
Yeah, with all those earth tides, you know.
Yeah. Well, that was good. Only one
Oh.
battle.
Oh, by the way, if you loved the boss in Mount Hobbs in Final Fantasy IV, Mom Bomb, you'll like this upcoming boss even more.
Oh,
We
yeah.
won't spoil it until the fight starts.
Oh my gosh. What could it be?
Say hello to Dad Bomb!
Yo, son, I'm having a blast. Dad bombed. Wow, he's got muscles. Look. He's flexing at you. He's like, Dad bomb.
I accidentally cast teleport. I didn't mean to do that. I know I can't escape.
escape.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't cost any time. We just have to wait. And my monk died, of course.
Yeah, just like Mom
Yeah.
Bomb in Final Fantasy IV, you have to wait for the big angry looking form to explode before the fight really starts.
Massive explosion.
And she's trying to watch her health right before it explodes too, to make sure everybody survives it that she needs to.
Let's see if I can raise my other monk. So I'm losing some time there because my monk died.
I like how only some of the bombs are actually floating too.
Yep.
The other ones, they're too tired or something there.
Those are the grandpa bombs or something.
Hey, we're gonna raise again. So there's auto battle on this game, and basically what it does is if you have the memory cursor on, then whatever your cursor is set to, your characters will keep doing that action.
Yeah, and
over
it also
over.
does speed up the animations too, so she's going to be using that basically as much as she can, just to speed up fights.
Yeah. But
That's it.
sometimes you get things like trying to raise someone you already raised.
It's fine.
But that's okay. It goes so fast, it doesn't cost much time.
It's like, hey, you're not dead? Well, I thought you were dead. You're that good at staying alive. Wow, there's so many
Wow.
bombs here.
Cecil just couldn't keep up.
We have a couple donations here for you guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hey, Bro Essentia.
Oh!
Like, it's not any surprise. Go ahead.
Just kidding. Thanks for all the hard work. Thanks also to Nami, and that is $10 from Eternal Cow. Thank you so much.
Eternal cow.
Do we still happen to have any of those balloons around to throw at him if it gets too bad with the puns?
Fledgling rook.
We have another $10 donation from Professor Ness.
Oh,
It says,
no.
"Hey, Brosentia."
No. Where is he? There he is. Okay, go on.
No puns per se, just donating to get in on this Final Fantasy entry loot. Thank you so much.
Oh boy. Yeah, thank you. And it's like now the new thing is let's not pun. I like this. New
I like this.
I really dig this.
Okay, so Monk A and Monk B left our party. Those poor monks, they don't even get names. Just Monk A and Monk B. So we find out Yang's wife is having a baby, but for some reason he won't come. So we're like, fine, we'll go check on her. We care more about her than you do.
It's like my mere presence will cause her to give birth.
Okay, Nev, listen. The baby is out!
Not the baby.
And now Yang will come. So they had a little girl, and Yang wants Cecil to name it.
Not very small. The head is like the same size as everyone else's head. Like, giant baby.
So Cecil chooses the name Ursula. I guess they haven't seen The Little Mermaid.
It was old by the time this came out, you know?
That's old. So I like that Cecil was looking north out the window, but the airship came from the south. Well, it makes sense. So now it's the dwarves, and they're saying that something is up underground with the sealed cave. So we're gonna go check it out. Except Rose is not feeling too good, so she's gonna leave the party and stay here. But we get Paul Vamporum.
No! They're so dumb, okay? Like, seriously. They should have stayed statues. A memorial to their vanity, okay?
So there, I just picked up an ether, an elixir, and spider silk.
Okay. Spider silk?
Yeah, it casts slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe in the PSP version of FF4, it's more effective at slowing enemies down than the actual slow spell too.
Oh, nice. Okay, time to go.
So in our super fast airship again. Here we go.
Only this one has a drill.
Yeah.
Got a party.
I like your airship dance.
It's the cruise, okay?
So now we see Eblin Castle, where Edge is here, and he's heading out. He's really late for the party. I don't know why.
They didn't send an invitation.
He's
He
the
just
only one who
heard
didn't
like
get invited.
Cecil talking about it. You know, Cecil's like, "Oh, you going to the party?" He's like, "What?
So
What
he's gonna
party?"
crash
And they're
it.
like, "Oh, never mind it. Never mind.
Poor
Don't
Edge.
listen." Edge called he just called a few friends. He's like, "Hey, girlfriend, I heard about a party." And they're like,
Okay, so we won't actually get to our destination until I talk to everyone. So that's the only way to speed up these airships is by talking to people. So now suddenly, oh, we're here. We're going so fast.
It's that drill. It's really weighing it down, you know?
If it weighs it down, how can it even fly?
Just like tip this
It's
way
like,
and fly. Just,
Okay, so before I head out, I am going to buy some Phoenix Downs for safety. And I'll do a safety save too.
So do you like the remix music for this?
It's alright.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. So in this run, we do the one dungeon that's always skipped in FF4 runs. The
Yeah, I
sealed
think
cave.
Square Enix must have kind of wised up to the fact that you can actually skip the sealed cave completely in the Super Nintendo version, so they make you go there in the interlude.
And we will have to fight some trapdoors. But hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be able to kill them before I turn to something else.
The ninth dimension.
And yeah, she's gonna try to raise him again, of course. Yay, auto battle!
Yeah, these fights aren't really too dangerous just because she's her characters are actually pretty over leveled.
They're like at least level 30, all of them.
That changes a little bit later on in the run, though, right?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
This be a good time to sneak in a few donations.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
We have a $100 donation from Lars V. So excited for the Final Fantasy IV run. Thanks to everyone for making this amazing event so awesome. Thank you very much for the generous donation, Lars. And we have another $100 donation from Brian McCuyai. As a person who has been suicidal for about 10 years now and seeing people like yourselves speedrun games to raise money for a great cause, I started to watch speedruns of my favorite Final Fantasy VIII at SGDQs. The Final Fantasy IX run by Spike as well, and puwexil. And from there, finding the great communities of different games have been a great ordeal in my life, and it's been nice to chat with them when I'm at my lows. Thank you so much for that very generous donation.
Well, thank you. And speaking of FF8, there's an incentive to name Squall Bubsy, so donate for that, okay?
Man, I could totally picture Squall in a white shirt with an exclamation point in the front of it, too.
So since this boss gets skipped in FF4 runs, we fight it now.
I'm so sad. Like, if you're going to call it no major skips, okay? The category no major skips, why skip this dungeon?
Well, it's not. It's called No 64 Stairs Glitch,
Yeah.
which it doesn't say anything about Sealed Gate Cave skip. Or Sealed
fine.
Cave skip.
Look,
Too much sealed stuff in
It used
Final
to be
Fantasy.
called No Major Skips, and they just renamed it in order to rebrand their lives,
Oh.
okay? Yeah.
Okay, so I had Palom use Bluff twice. That increases his magic power. And
Yeah,
then-
that's a skill that Palom has in basically remakes of FF4, because he had it in the Japanese Super Nintendo version, but then not the English version.
Now game plays itself.
Yeah. Man, what a hard boss.
I know. Am I gonna kill it in time? Come on, guys, I believe in you.
They all have wavy lines. I hate those.
The wavy lines. There we go. Yeah, such a hard boss.
I'm clapping for the PSP fighting that hard boss for you.
Good job,
Yeah,
PSP.
thank you, PSP. Thank you, programmers, for putting auto battle so you can play your video games the way you want.
Oh,
By
look who we
not playing
found. We found Rydia.
Oh, she passed out.
She really got lost. She must have made a wrong turn at Albuquerque or something.
At least the doors let her through, though. You know, that's kind of nice.
Okay, so now we can't just teleport out of here, use the exit spell, but we can warp once we get back to this room. For some reason, you can't do it back in either of the previous
Yeah,
rooms.
warp takes you up one floor and gives you a sound effect that I'm sure everybody wants to set as their ringtone now.
It's not the worst ringtone. I could dig that.
Okay, and here we are.
And then Kane comes, give me crystal.
Yeah. Now, Rydia is acting a little strange, though. We're not quite sure what's up with her.
Too much partying.
She went to the wrong party.
Yeah.
Now, something is up with the tower.
Who would have guessed? You know, it's not like you have to go
Sick.
visit every single place that you went to in the previous game.
It turned blood red. So we're like, let's go check it out.
It's just blushing.
It's
It noticed. Yeah, it's like, oh, Cecil noticed me.
Maybe Edge was hitting on it. Speaking of Edge, what is he up
Nice
to?
segue.
By the way, for some reason, for a few seconds there, you can't move. I don't know why. So he's going through this cave all on his own. He's kind of used to doing that. But he's not actually going to fight anything.
Well, he's a ninja. He's got to go do sneaky things.
He is being so sneaky.
Got a couple more donations here for you guys, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Sure.
Take it away.
We have $70 from Anonymous that says, silly walking is best walking.
Oh, yeah.
And we have $20 from LLK. Says, LLK here. And finally, we get to the most important block of the marathon,
Oh, yeah.
the silly games. I noticed that the incentive for dumb walking in West of Loathing still has not been met. As an artist and an animator, I very much appreciate the beauty and elegance that can only be conveyed by a stick person walking stupid. So please, I beg you viewers, donate to the walks. Thank you so much for that donation.
Yeah, and thanks also to LLK for contributing a lot of artwork to help promote our event too.
So this is something we've totally never seen before. Edge walking through a wall.
You'd think they would have patched up that hole, after the last time. Wow, the laziest minions.
So there we go, and the dwarf tanks are still there.
Why?
They've been there for 2 years, man.
I mean, they're bigger than the mountains. They can't really get around them. They're like, well, okay.
Didn't they scrap the tanks at the end of FF4 though?
Apparently not. They
Guess
lied.
not.
They forgot about these
Jeez.
6, Oh,
So we're just taking a
these
quick
tanks.
nap before we go into the tower.
Yeah.
And
This
another
didn't have to
scene.
like do a staring contest for 18 hours or something like that.
Like
to,
lightning has to do.
Yep.
Alright, so we go to the first door and immediately get attacked. Now, if I'm lucky, one spell will finish it off. But lots of times I'm not that lucky.
Come on.
Okay, not bad. So after defeating that, Rydia had forgotten all her summons for some reason, but now she's got Shiva back.
That was some party she was at in the
I know, make her forget her summons.
This isn't punch, it's poison. This got really bad poison. No. Now, all of these fights have elements, right?
Yeah.
And this is Earth element?
Now this is Thunder.
Thunder. Okay.
But Thunder doesn't have a weakness, so I'm just doing Blizzaga on it. Oh, we got a Toad!
Yay!
Aw.
Way to go, Toad! Way to go!
Oh.
Poor Toad.
It's the best if Cecil gets turned into a toad in that fight too, because after this cutscene, you go back together and then yay!
Yeah, we got a Toad. See? We
Doesn't
can
even have to be
switch.
Cecil.
You can switch your party leader. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get rid of Toad now. Actually, can you do it while she's dead? How did I? Nope, gotta revive her first. Okay. So I bet you can't guess what this is weak to.
Marshmallows?
Weak to compliments. Hey, cutie. How you doing? Oh, see, it worked.
It died to your compliment.
Yeah. If it swooned, swooned for me.
Oh.
I see. So Ifrit, So we've gotten Shiva, Ramu, Ifrit. Can you guess what the last one is?
Imp.
Yeah, we're gonna get the imp summon.
Come on in.
Okay, just for safety, I'm gonna heal.
Leviathan.
This is actually the most dangerous one.
Or Leviathan.
Yeah, because this fight right here has a really, really nasty counterattack that it can, which is an earthquake, and it can also use it on its turn too.
Yeah, so if you physically attack it, it will counter with earthquake. So we do not want to do that with Cecil. And Rydia died, but that's okay. She wasn't doing anything anyway.
Yeah, that staring contest with the tunneler wore her out, and she had to take a nap.
There we go.
But yeah, because of that counterattack, though, she just needs to be careful with how she uses auto battle, just to make sure she doesn't accidentally attack it.
Yeah, I wanted to keep Cecil ready in case Palom got paralyzed, because then Cecil could use Asuna to get rid of that. But then Cecil got paralyzed, which didn't matter. Now Rydia just kind of walks off. She's still acting really strangely. And, oh, a monster came out.
Uh-oh.
But luckily, since Rydia left, we got a free heal. So that was nice.
It's like, yes, she's gone. I feel better.
Did they upgrade to the new version of Android?
And I love this
Yes, the
animation
Deus Ex
too.
Machina.
Oh!
I never saw that coming. Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, and look, Edge showed up to save the day.
Oh, wow, this story's deep. Look at the symbolism. It's named... Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this enemy is too bad.
Especially when she uses the spider silk to do, I think it's the equivalent of 3 casts of the slow spell.
Oh,
I don't know
nice.
exactly, but yeah.
It's either 2 or 3.
And then it's weak to Thunder, so doing Blitz and Thundaga.
Yeah, for those who don't know, unlike other Final Fantasy games, slow does stack in this game. So that matters quite a bit.
Yeah, because instead of just being kind of a straight buff or debuff, haste, or I guess slow in this game, affects your agility or your ATB speed.
So now look, Rydia's gone. Where did she go? So now we're gonna leave the room. Keep going up the tower. We gotta find where she went.
I got a couple donations here for you guys. You
Okay.
ready?
Go for
Yep.
it.
Sure.
This one says, is $10, I'm sorry, from Atlas Jackson. And it says, put this to naming Squall Bubsy.
Yeah!
Assassinate the sorceress. What could possibly go wrong? Thank you so much for that donation. We have another $10 from Mustang that says, finally, we found puwexil's favorite Final Fantasy.
Hey, he's not gonna deny it. So anyway, we found Rydia, except now she's attacking us for some reason.
What a jerk. I mean, just because you let her fall into the ocean and, you know, lose years of her life being surrounded by monsters, now she's angry.
Yeah. I want to know what happened at that party.
Maybe this is the dare. They were playing Truth and Dare, and they're like, I bet you won't kill your party members. So she's like, well, okay.
So anyway, I have to be a little bit careful with the timing on this, because if Edge and Cecil attack while there is no summon out, then they'll just whiff and attack nothing. So I just want to make sure that they're not queued up to attack. So this might finish him off. So yeah, turn off auto battle and wait. Well, you can go ahead and cure. But I don't want Cecil to get queued up to attack until the next summon comes.
enjoying this upbeat music.
Ooh, that might-
Nice.
Yeah, now this Blizaga's gonna do nothing. I didn't time that quite right.
It's like, that's ice.
And I need to get an elixir to pollen.
I had better ice cream than that at the party. It does amuse me to see you casting Fyraga on this glowing red enemy, too.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking, Titans, or Ridio's thinking, you know, I didn't say Quake, I said cake. We wanted more cake.
Oh, now look, he's really angry.
Oh, he's doing squats.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Gotta get those thighs exercised, you know?
Uh-oh, she summoned Bahamut.
Ooh, a really squishy looking Bahamut, too. Uh-oh.
Mega Flare, I think we're in trouble.
Uh-oh,
Yeah, we're
who
really in
would have
trouble.
expected?
But wait, what's happening? Now, did you notice that Radia's name down at the bottom has a question mark?
Oh, yeah. Whoa,
Oh, because look, here's the real Rydia. Wait.
how does Miss Dragon take down Bahamut, the king of the dragons?
I don't know.
Regicide, I guess.
So now we're fighting Rydia question mark. She casts Meteor on us.
So,
But
our Rydia should be Rydia exclamation point.
yeah, she really should. So now this battle is pretty much impossible to lose because our Rydia is pretty much invincible. Like, oh, pretty much
Yeah, the
everything
gauntlet
necessary.
of summons before this was probably the only real dangerous part of this run, aside from the tunneler fight. But yeah, it's pretty smooth sailing
anyway.
from here. Yep.
Game plays itself.
Yep.
So.
Good luck, PSP. You can do it.
I believe in you.
Indigestion.
Oh, in time. That was the final boss, by the way.
I love it. I love it.
You were ready. I was wondering if I could throw you guys off. They were ready with that
Dang.
timer.
But
So then-
are they ready for this?
Oh,
This
yeah.
surprising plot twist coming up
Plot
at the end
twist.
here.
So remember how Rosa wasn't feeling too well?
It's from that party.
She went to the party. And like Cecil's like, well, she'll be better in 9 months.
What? There's another party in 9 months?
That's the earliest we can
We
get
really
a
have to
doctor
wait that
appointment.
long?
Now they're like, Cecil, you have to think of names. And he's like, names? He's like, darn, I used my only good one on Yangs, baby.
They gave me a number instead of a name.
Monk A.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cecil should name his kid Monk C.
Monk C, there we go.
C for Cecil.
Ooh.
Ah.
So, the credits aren't very long. If you have any more donations, you can go ahead and read some.
Yeah, absolutely. We have $30 from Rivers McCown that says, Interlude needs more Rosa.
Sure.
We have $10
bullets.
from Anonymous that says, shoutouts to finally seeing Sealed Cave in a speedrun.
Yeah.
The DLC dungeon.
And we have a $5 donation from Mangat that says, I don't tell dad jokes often, but when I do, he laughs. Thank you so much for those donations.
I hope he doesn't explode.
So then we just have a little scene here with Kane. I'm assuming this
Don't
has
forget
something
I
to do
exist,
with.
guys.
Yeah, he's like, I'm in this game too. Whoops, wrong button. I'm assuming this has something to do with After Years, but I haven't played that, so. Anyway. We'll see what our final time was on here. 32 minutes, not bad.
Okay. Well, cool. Great run. Thank you.
Yes, thank you everyone for tuning into the before-after years. And let's all get ready for some more silly games.
Thank you so much, Essentia, for that incredible run of Final Fantasy IV Interlude. And up next, we have Swords and Serpents from Panzer Dave. Please keep in mind that we do have a incentive coming for that to name the characters. The top 4 names are used, and right now, that is really anyone's game. They're very close together, so get those donations in. Just a reminder, this is RPG Limit Break 2018, and we are coming to you from Salt Lake City, Utah. We're raising money for NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which was formed in 1979 as a grassroots advocacy organization by a group of parents whose children suffered with mental illnesses, and NAMI have maintained that focus to this very day.